Primarily, there are two major ways that we tend to view what health is. And this comes from the more current or more socially accepted version of I'm getting older, I have this pain, I feel stressed. All these things are my body failing me and these things happening to me. So, what's the best thing to do? Generally, we go to the fast thing. And if you know the story of the tortoise and the hare, you know fast is not always better. And then I might need to give you a hug before this one, but the second version, and more accurate, I'd say, is the one that we do things to our body. Our body is just reacting to the things that we do to it. Therefore, to fix it is our own initiative, and it goes to the way that's a little bit more simple. But simple is generally just another way of saying complex. So when we decide to see that our physical environment, our home life, our working life, how we think about ourselves, how much pressure we put on ourselves, is a huge factor in how our health um, proclaims itself, or how we feel, or the stressors or manifestations of our pains, discomforts, and illnesses generally reside from our own doing to ourselves. And our body is just a responding mechanism. Something happens to it, it tries to bounce back and counteract that. So it's not that your body is causing you pain, it's that you're not listening to your body, so you've got to the point of pain. It's not that you are stressed because your body's not capable of handling stress. It's that you're not getting out of stress, even though your body is trying to tell you by lack of sleep, by irritability, that you need to escape this environment. It's the understanding that we don't put enough value on the things that are not just straight in front of us, that are not just said bluntly in a way that we can't just walk around it. And thus, most of my videos are on this case. I'm going to be blunt, straightforward, and put a lot of value behind the things that are softer because we're just not doing that. And that is the only way to solve the issues that we're not solving. And in this way, you'll start to see more of the content make more sense. I'm not talking about the things that you already know or are popular knowledge or currently understood in a way of how they're viewed, but I'm talking about it even though it might seem like I'm coming to the same conclusion from a different way of thinking, more of a divergent thinking, if you want to call it something, but there's still linear thinking in there to get it to the divergent part so that you can have a better understanding of what we need to put more priority on. And this is the importance of understanding the two ways of how we view health. It's not just happening to us, we are causing it to happen, and our bodies are just the responders of this thing, trying to tell us, please, please listen to me. I'm trying to make you make a change, but you're just not listening. And this generally has a lot to do with our lack of understanding of our emotional side of ourselves. When we go through a hard time, we don't just physically feel it, there's an emotional aspect which we tend to kind of sweep under the carpet as a popular way of doing things, but we can always say has a very bad outcome because eventually there'll be too much under that carpet and there'll be a huge consequence that we cannot just walk around.